How rich is Bernard Arnault? How did Bernard Arnault become the richest man in the world? In this video, we'll be looking at how rich is Bernard Arnault and how did Bernard Arnault become the richest man in the world. When you hear the name Louis Vuitton, the first thing that probably comes to your mind is luxury. Today, we will be talking about the owner of the world's largest luxury goods company, Bernard Arnault. If you want to know how rich Bernard Arnault is, how he became a billionaire, and how he rose to become the richest man in the world, then this is the video for you. Also, in this video, we will be taking a close look at his very expensive lifestyle. I'm sure you don't want to miss out on any of these. Before we get into it, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to this channel. Also, click on the little notification bell so that the next time we post a video, you're the first to know. Bernard graduated from the École Polytechnique, France's most prestigious engineering school, in 1971. Then he began to work at his father's engineering company. A few years later, Bernard convinces his father to go into real estate, which led to them selling off the construction side of the business. Bernard became the president of the company from 1978 to 1984. In 1984, the textile and retail firm that owned Christian Dior, Boussac, went bankrupt. When Bernard learned that the French government needed someone to take over the company, he decided to take this opportunity and he raised the money to buy the company. He later ended up buying Boussac for $80 million. After he bought the company, he fired 9,000 workers in 2 years, which earned him the nickname the Terminator. He also ended up selling the firm's assets except Christian Dior and Le Bon Marché department store. Bernard had the vision to create an empire of luxury brands. So when he was invited to invest in the LVMH group, he went for it. Working together with the CEO of Moet Hennessy and Henri Racami, the president of Louis Vuitton, they formed LVMH Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton in 1987. Bernard gradually started buying shares in LVMH. He became LVMH's largest shareholder when he spent $600 million to buy 13.5% more of LVMH. Later, Bernard and Racami began having opposing opinions on how the company should be run, and this led Bernard to spend another $500 million to gain control of 43.5% of LVMH's shares and 35% of its voting rights. This gave him the power to stop the separation of the LVMH group and also to strip Racami of his position and oust him from the board of directors. In a few days, Bernard was unanimously elected chairman of the board. This earned him the nickname Wolf in Cashmere. After Arnault took over, he brought his vision to life by transforming the company into one of the largest luxury empires in the world. He began acquiring every luxury brand he could lay his hands on, starting with Celine in 1988, then he acquired Berluti and Kenzo. He didn't stop there. In 1994, he acquired the perfume firm Guerlain. He also acquired Loewe, Marc Jacobs, Sephora, Fendi, DKNY, which he later sold in 2006, and La Samaritaine, a large department store. No, he didn't stop there. Arnault also acquired luxury brand Bulgari, the rest of Christian Dior, and most recently Tiffany & Co. in 2020 for a massive $15.8 billion. These are just some of the acquisitions that Bernard-led LVMH has made. Today, LVMH owns over 75 luxury brands. They are the most valuable company in Europe and the 21st most valuable company in the world. The LVMH empire can be divided into 5 groups: fashion and leather with Louis Vuitton as the biggest brand in this category. Perfume and cosmetics, Christian Dior is the biggest in this division. Bulgari dominates the watches and jewelry division. The wine and spirits division is dominated by Hennessy, while Sephora dominates the selective retailing and others category. LVMH has grown to become one of the largest companies in the world under Bernard's leadership. In 2021, the company was worth $382 billion. The decentralization policy, where each brand under LVMH is seen as independent, has been crucial to the company's growth. Bernard's net worth and how he became the richest man in the world. As of 2022, Bernard Arnault is currently worth $187.3 billion, making him the second richest person in the world just after Elon Musk. The majority of his wealth comes from his almost 50% stake in LVMH. Bernard has held the title of the world's richest 4 times before, in December 2019, January 2020, May and July 2021. In December 2019, he overtook Jeff Bezos to become the richest in the world. Amazon stock later rose higher and knocked Bernard back to the number 2 spot. In May 2021, Arnault overtook Jeff Bezos again to claim the number 1 spot. At one point, his net worth was $190.1 billion, while Bezos' net worth was $188.5 billion. Bernard surpassed Elon Musk as the world's richest on December 7, 2022, according to Forbes. His estimated net worth on this day was $186.2 billion, $1.2 billion more than Musk's estimated net worth of $185 billion. Musk is back on top of the table, though the number 1 and 2 rankings continue to fluctuate. Maybe one of these days Arnault will claim the title and remain the world's richest. Let's wait and see. You would expect that the second richest man in the world has some insanely expensive assets and investments. Let's take a look at how Arnault spends his over $180 billion fortune. Properties. It is no surprise that the billionaire has more houses than he can live in. Arnault primarily resides in France with his family, and he has several residences in his country, which include a 2,000 square meter mansion in Paris near des Invalides. This property is a stately townhouse that is very similar to a mansion in the United Kingdom. This castle is Bernard's primary residence where he resides with his wife, Helene Arnault. This mansion is reportedly worth $200 million, though the billionaire has kept the actual price of this property hidden. The mansion also has a private lake, a tennis court, and an underground parking space. The house also includes features such as a large swimming pool, a wine cellar, and a grand staircase. Bernard also has a house in the Alps, the Chateau Cheval Blanc. The house was designed by Cheval Blanc for professional and social trips and is located in the world's largest ski region. In addition to a private chalet and a penthouse along with a balcony overlooking the mountain, the chateau has 34 luxurious rooms. Other features include a huge heating pool, a sauna, and a jacuzzi. It is also surrounded by a vineyard that spans over 41 hectares. He also owns a luxurious vacation home on the island of Saint-Tropez. Bernard also acquired 5 major properties in Beverly Hills worth a total of $125 million. 2 in the Truesdale Estates area are close to each other, while 2 more are in the bird streets of the Hollywood Hills. Bernard also owns other properties including a $76 million penthouse in Paris, a $130 million estate in the south of France, and a $50 million mansion in New York. The billionaire doesn't just own homes. He also owns a 133-acre private island in the Bahamas called Indigo Island that he purchased for $35 million. This island can be rented for a whopping $300,000 per week. Yachts. Arnault's passion for yachts started in 2008 when he acquired the luxury yacht building firms Royal Van Lent and Princess Yacht, spending above $500 million on both. Bernard also acquired one of the largest yachts in the world named Symphony. Measuring over 100 meters, this is the first feed ship to cross the 100-meter mark. The yacht has a helicopter pad and 6 decks, and it's made of aluminum. The yacht has state-of-the-art features such as a jacuzzi, sauna, lounge, and a large dining area. One of the decks has a private office and a study as well as a cinema, golf area, and wellness center. Bernard also owns Amadeus, a super yacht that has an estimated value of $70 million. The super yacht hosted several people, including Tony Blair and Boris Johnson. Private jets. Bernard has also spent a fortune acquiring private jets as expected of a billionaire. He spent $40 million on one of his jets, the Dassault Falcon 7X. He's also the owner of a Bombardier Global 7500, which is considered to be the world's longest and largest business jet. The jet can seat up to 19 passengers and has a price tag of $73 million. Bernard also owned a Bombardier Global Express 6000, which he bought for $23 million. Luxury hotels. LVMH owns 2 luxury hotels, Cheval Blanc and Belmont Hotel. These hotels are known to provide unparalleled luxury with their array of outstanding amenities and services. Cheval Blanc is a huge site with 72 rooms and suites. The hotel also has Louis Vuitton and Christian Dior stores on site for luxury shopping. LVMH also owns and operates the luxury hotel chain Belmont, which has over 46 branches across 24 countries. Art collection. Bernard is a huge fan of art and he loves collecting art pieces. He has extensive art collection with works from world-renowned artists like Picasso, Yves Klein, Henry Moore, and Andy Warhol. His entire art collection is estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Bernard keeps his favorite pieces of art in his home in Paris. Investments. Apart from some of the investments we've talked about like real estate and yachts, Bernard also invested in Netflix, Boo.com, and Blue Capital. He also has a major stake in the French food chain Carrefour. There you have it. In this video, we talked about how Bernard Arnault made his money, his net worth, and how he became the richest man in the world. We also looked at some of his expensive assets and investments. What intrigued you the most about the billionaire? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed this topic, we have similar videos for you on the screen. Click on one to watch. Bye!